Hello and welcome back to the Old Realms. We're going to do a tournament. Yes, we're going to do an Empire tournament. I don't really remember what these are like. I'm going to assume that they're relatively standard tournaments in comparison to, you know, archery contests or jousting competitions or anything like that. So hopefully it is just going to be something standard. Or maybe I don't really want it to be standard. That's the question. Because if it is standard, yep, it is, then we may have some issues. They're giving me a gun. I don't think this is a good idea. Giving me a... Why am I lagging right now? Giving me a gun is probably not the best idea. Nice hit, though. Nice hit. Okay, can I get a kill? No! Oh, he crushed through. And there you go. Disqualified. Alright. Yeah, no big loss. No big loss. We literally only lost 150 gold. I didn't actually think I was going to achieve victory there, but I thought to myself, why not? Let's give it a go, you know? Let's give it a go. And I am at, I'm still at 79% HP. Oh, okay. I'm very surprised about that. I actually thought we were going to have some issues, but anyway, how close am I to the next clan? Whoa. We are pretty far away. Okay, I'm going to need to, we're going to need to actually do some damage to some slightly tougher opponents, I think. That's going to be extremely important for us. Let's go for Frugal. Frugal perk is always nice. And we do have some pretty decent magic skills as well. So I now have a spear too, so that is going to allow me to level up my wonderful pole arms a little bit. Just a little bit here and there. Let's do some damage. Nice. Good, good. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. Now I am going to try, if I can, to focus on the enemy's infantry a little bit more than on the archers. Because if we focus on the infantry, you know what's going to happen? We're just going to have a much wider array of units that we can hit and that we can kill with our spells. And I'm not entirely sure what they're doing right now, but they seem to be running away in a rather amusing fashion. And, wow, my damage is still not killing anyone. I'm actually surprised, because we've hit directly a number of the enemy infantry units, and they are still not dead. It's very surprising, I have to admit. Anyway, let's have a look here. What are these guys doing, by the way? Are they actually running? Are they literally running right now? This is kind of weird. Alright, I guess I'm going to tell my people to charge in, because this is strange. This is very weird, because I would have expected them to be a little bit more aggressive. They have about the same combat strength that we do. Nice kills, that's what we like to see. X marks the spot upon their corpses. Yes, indeed. The treasure leads us to their booty. Oh, yes. Don't worry about that. We have all of the penetration we need. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Otherwise, we do also have Magic Bolt, and Magic Bolt is obviously fantastic. I mean, really. You know, it completely just penetrates them very deeply, you know, past their armor, of course, because they don't, you know, they don't have any protection against magic. Or at least they shouldn't, because they're basically just Empire deserters, right? So they shouldn't have any magic resistance whatsoever. I don't think they're protected by any kind of magical... you know, magical things in any way, but that was a nice polearm hit as well. Exactly the reason why I wanted to get this polearm, instead of having a random, you know, random dagger or knife or something like that. But there you go. Extremely well done right there. And this is generally how our battles are probably going to go. We don't really need to worry a huge amount about winning in battles at the moment. Because if we, you know, attack these kinds of, you know, these kinds of parties and things like that, they're very, very easy for us to eliminate. At least the Empire deserters are. I think the Beastmen might be a little bit difficult, but we do have a significant amount of magic power. And when we have magic power and we're able to use that effectively, or at least as effectively as possible, that basically gets us the victory, no matter what we do. Which is obviously perfect. That's exactly what we need every single day of the week. If we do not have that, and this is obviously a pretty big deal, if we don't have that, and I die, we're going to lose. That's what it comes down to. We literally would just lose straight away. And that just goes to show, you know, that literally just goes to show how impactful it actually is to have a character that is capable of using spells, or a significantly powerful character that can basically do, you know, whatever you need them to do at the time. Anyway, we're just going to do this. I don't really mind about spending a little bit of extra cash. I do want to get some, you know, some horses and things. That's definitely going to make a big, big difference to us. And I don't even know how much renown we got for that. 3 or something like that, I think. Yeah, I think we got 3. Okay, let me just take a quick look at the map, because there is an Empire Deserter hideout over here. I would like to be able to do more and fight a load of them. And I'm mostly talking about, you know, fighting, I don't know, 40 of them or something like that. That would be really, really nice. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. I am going to try to do another tournament, but I'm partially expecting to die instantaneously again. I've got a two-handed. As a mage? Alright. I'm not going to do very well here. Oh, never mind. What? What? Why am I doing so much damage with this thing? This is a fun weapon. I like it. Alright. I like this weapon. Okay. Very good. Yes. They have no idea. They have no idea who they're dealing with. X marks the... Mr. Treasure Map, if I could speak. Mr. Treasure Map has only 10. Only 10 in two-handed weapons. And he's able to beat these individuals 6 ways from Sunday. I like it. Okay, let's be a bit careful here. Nice. Nice. Okay, come on now. Nice. There we go. Come on now. Let's go with the flow. Go with the flow. Try to get our rhythm up and running. Nice. Get that guy dead. Get that guy dead. And maybe we can take him out. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like fighting with this weapon. This weapon is really fun to fight with. I'm very pleased that they're giving it to me almost all the time. That is usually kind of a rarity. Oh, no. Oh, dear. This is bad. This is bad news right here. Got him. All right. Ooh, I'm so pleased that our teammate actually did something. Whew. I was a bit worried there for a second. Okay, they've got... Oh, they've given me a one-handed. Not a big fan. This is going to be a bit more annoying. Ah, no, never mind, never mind. Okay, he doesn't seem to particularly be valuing defensives. So, I guess we don't really need to worry about that too much. There you go. Okay, so that was a pretty nice and easy 3 renown. But this is the funny thing. This is the reason why I have said multiple times, time and time again, you know, if I were to make any changes to Bannerlord in general, and this probably could be an entire video of its very own, which I probably will make in some time. I don't know, maybe in the future. I don't. It very much depends. People get really upset when I talk about game discussions for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, the point is, this is the reason why I say tournaments shouldn't really just give you 3 renown. I think you should get a lot more renown for winning a tournament against people that are sometimes the enemy lords of the entire realm. You know what I mean? The lords that are, you know, riding around with their own troops and have their own fiefs and stuff like that. And if some random guy is able to enter the tournament and then win that tournament against these kinds of individuals, you would expect to gain a bit more than just 3 renown. Because 3 renown is what you can get, as you've just seen, from me fighting a band of Empire deserters. Who, I mean, come on. You know, if I fight some Empire deserters, yeah, okay, fine, 3 renown. I can probably, you know, I can probably expect to get about that. But when we're winning a tournament against some of the most legendary figures in the world at that time, you know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But, yeah, you know, obviously, as I say, Bannerlord and its whole tournament balancing and stuff like that, I feel like that needs to, you know, be tweaked in some way or another. But, you know, again, you can obviously get mods for that and everything, and I'm not going to rant about this for a whole 10 minutes or anything. I could easily do that, by the way. You know I'm telling the truth about that, that's for sure. But, yeah, the point is, I just think, in general, you shouldn't really need a mod to change something as fundamentally, well, basic as a reward for a tournament, in my opinion. I think that that kind of stuff should just be baseline, and if someone literally wants to modify their tournament reward to give them 100 renown or whatever, I don't think that that should make any difference to you specifically, because it's a single player experience. Who cares, right? If someone wants to give themselves 1 renown or 1,000 renown, who cares about that? No one should really care about that, because the only thing you should really be caring about, or people should really be caring about, not you specifically, but people should only really be caring about the health of the game, the longevity of the game in a large way. And I'm talking about, obviously, the choice that the player has, giving the freedom of choice to the player, handing it to them, putting it into their hands and allowing them to choose whatever they want to do with their own experience, customizing their gameplay. And that kind of thing is always really, really important in open world games and in general. Obviously, it is moddable. As I said, it is a moddable experience, but I would personally prefer for that kind of stuff, for basic stuff like that, to be, you know, just a native, native changeable variable. And yeah, you know, that's just the point. I mean, look at this. I got 3.9 renown for eliminating 21 deserters, or 22 or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how many we had there, but the fact is, we had, you know, 3 renown for winning a relatively large tournament, and then we got that for eliminating some Empire deserters. I just don't think that that's right. I think you should be able to get at least 10 renown for a tournament. That's just me. I don't know. That's the funny thing. I don't even think it should be anything super drastic or anything like that, but I just think 3 renown is just kind of... what is the point? You know what I mean? You might as well go and fight some Empire deserters, for example, or, you know, fight whoever, and you're probably going to get a better reward for that. Because no doubt, I'm going to have more loot, right? I think I've probably looted more valuable stuff from fighting Empire deserters than I did from winning the tournament. Because the tournament, yeah, it did give me an axe that I sold, I think, for 600, and it also gave me raw cash for about 1600. But as you've seen, sometimes I can sell my inventory when I have defeated a band of Empire deserters for about 4,000. So yeah, and I can level up my skills extremely quickly here, because obviously this is the funny thing as well. Tournaments have been changed in such a drastic way that now they don't really even give you experience anymore. Because it used to be the fact that a lot of people back in the day, this is a while ago of course, but a lot of people back in the day would basically go into a tournament. This was earlier in Bannerlord's development, before it was actually fully released, by the way, so if you weren't around for that, then you won't know this, but the point is, when they were earlier in development, the tournaments used to provide players with the same amount of experience that you might get from participating in an actual battle. And apparently that was a bit too, for some reason, I don't know why, but apparently the developers of Bannerlord thought that that was a bad thing. So they made it so that tournaments only give you 10% of the original experience, or 20%, I don't know what the actual number is, but they basically made it so that tournaments give you basically no experience, right? And I'm not sure why they did that, but I guess it's because they didn't want people to kind of stay in tournaments and just spam tournaments the entire time and level up their characters that way. But from a realistic perspective, if you think about a warrior, right? Let's just say a warrior that is having a basic amount of skills, and, you know, he goes through a significant amount of tournaments and arena fights and so on and so forth. Isn't he going to gain skills as a result of that? Isn't he going to become more and more powerful as he goes through these tournaments? Because he's fighting against extremely difficult opponents some of the time, right? So you'd expect him to gain some pretty hefty amounts of skill points and proficiencies and so on and so forth. And it just doesn't make any sense to me, at least, that you wouldn't gain a good amount of experience from that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, let's see what else I can get here. I'm thinking we're going to just go for writing skill. I feel like writing skill is probably the way to go. We could also, I don't know, roguery sounds pretty good right now, even though I'm not going to level it up. That's the thing. I am really not going to level up roguery until I get to become a mercenary, and becoming a mercenary at tier 0 clan, it's not actually going to work, so I still have time to spend it in roguery, but we are almost capping out on this. I do want to level up medicine as well. Yeah, let's okay, fine. What we're going to do is we'll go for this. I want to get 7 in discipline so that I can eventually get 300 in spellcraft. I don't actually think I can get 300 in spellcraft. I don't actually even really care about 300, to be honest. All I really care about is getting to master level spells. So 200 is probably going to be the thing that we need to go for, but yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how that goes. And I did level up twice more, so let's see what we can get. Increased magic spell damage. Okay, we do gain some ward save as well. And I do want to get to clan tier 2. So what is the best way, do you think? What is the best way for us to get to clan tier 2? What's the fastest way that you can earn renown? Well, from my perspective, that is probably what I would normally do, which is to just spam fights against beastmen. I think that's probably the way to go, because if you spam fights against those guys, they are more than likely going to be pretty difficult, and they're probably going to be giving you at least, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 renown, dependent on your army size at the time, of course, and dependent on their army size and everything. And we're way too close to so many towns here, which is very sad. But as you can see, we've actually come across a Beastman camp right here, which might be pretty cool. Let me just see here. Do we have any level ups? No, we do not. Okay. So let's see. Highly doubt I'm going to even find any Beastmen. This is a weird placement for a Beastman camp anyway. So it's highly unlikely we're going to get anything from this. Oh, no. Hello. Hello. Oh. This might be a pretty fun one. Okay, this is going to be a nice little test, actually. This will be a nice test for us, because it's going to allow us to do some pretty nice things. So let's just see how this is going to go, because obviously they are going to have bows, and they might be more effective than Empire Deserters at using them. Very much depends. Let's see if my magic bolt can actually hit them. Yes, it does. Nice. Okay. And my spell casting damage is still not particularly good. What I'm actually wanting to do is I'm wanting to recruit a companion. That is what I'm saving up money for right now. I want to recruit a companion that is a spellcaster. Ideally, I want to recruit one that is a light wizard or a bright wizard. Something like that. I don't know whether they're even available. I think light wizards are available. I've never seen a bright wizard, I don't think, in the game, so I could be wrong about this. I've never seen that as a companion, but I haven't really played an Empire character in quite some time. The last time I played one was where I was playing an Empire Gunner, and of course, that is indeed going to be, well, actually, I was a warrior priest as well, wasn't I? Yes, I was a warrior priest, but that was completely different, because I wasn't really looking for spellcasters, I suppose, but yeah, that's also going to make a difference. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, these guys are actually putting up much more of a fight than the Empire Deserters. Let's send my people to charge in now. I'm going to use one more magic bolt. I probably have time for one more magic bolt. And then that is it. Nice. There we go. Nice hit, nice hit. Let's try and get a little bit of damage out. Nice. My polearm skill is obviously not particularly important to me. That is really very, very limited. I also do not mind that we die here. That's very negligible, as I've said before. This is not a terrible idea. It just takes me a little bit of time to get back on my feet. However, I might get some more medicine skill from this. I actually don't know. I don't think so. I think getting medicine skill is probably the best by just doing auto resolves. But oh well. Let's see. I want spearmen, I think. I'm going to use some prestige. Ooh, okay, they actually fought a caravan at some point, and that has now given me some velvet. Very nice. Okay, let's try and see whether we can find a companion. Maybe a companion will join me for 10,000. I highly doubt it. Oh, there's a light wizard, but this is not a guy that can actually join us, as far as I'm aware. I believe he is the, he's the spellcaster trainer. as far as I can tell. Let me actually just test this out real quick, okay? I'm just going to save just in case, because you never know. I don't really want to have me losing all this progress. So let's just go in here, because I'm pretty sure this is the guy that teaches you stuff. Oh, it isn't. Okay, so he's 20,000. Right. Okay, this is actually perfect. If I can get this guy, I will be able to steal his gear. You know, get him all naked and everything. That's obviously what we want. We want to see these naked men, right? We do want that. Deep penetration, that's what we want, because he gives us an insane amount of magical damage increasing gear. And if we can get that, and I am going to be able to get him, look at that. I am actually going to be able to get him. Got 23,000 right now. This is absolutely perfect. This has worked out exactly right. Okay, here we go. Done. Valton, welcome to the team, sir. Welcome to the team. This is going to be very, very difficult for him now. Or should we say very hard. It's going to be very, very hard for him now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all his gear. And we're going to be using all of it. There we go. And let me actually just see here real quick. What does this do? Fire damage. Okay, yeah, that's fire damage. The reason why I wanted a light wizard is because they boost all damage. They boost all damage. Every single spell that you have in the entire game, their gear boosts that in comparison to other things. In comparison to the bright wizard stuff. So that's the reason why I wanted to get this. And there we go. All right, we're looking real stupid right now. I don't know why, but my guy's face looks weird. Anyway, there you go. That is good. That is fantastic, actually. That is really, really nice. And now we can actually sell the Bright Wizard's robe if we want to, which I think I might do, to be honest. It's going to give me 2,400. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Let's do it. There is a Gold Wizard mask there as well, hilariously enough. I don't think Gold Wizard is... Oh no, Gold Wizard could be kind of cool. It looks fun. Looks fun. And there's also this for 3,500. What is the Beast Wizard Bear Hat? What does that do? Okay, that's just regular. There's a cape here that gives me 10% as well. Bright Wizard cape that gives fire damage only. So if you want to be fire damage only, then obviously you're going to be buying Bright Wizard stuff, but I generally don't really care what kinds of spells I'm using. I just want to generally be good at every single kind of spell, because there is going to be a number of cases where we just want to do damage, you know? We just want to deal damage, and it doesn't matter where it comes from. Anyway, let's just go in here. I'm going to... should I actually recruit these? These are quite expensive. 1,500? Okay, yeah, sure. Fine. Let's get them. And we're gonna get rid of some Empire recruits. We need to get rid of some other stuff here. Oh, this is kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay. I probably shouldn't have done this, but yeah, I couldn't really resist it. I really want to get some good troops, you know? I need some good troops to kind of carry us forward here. Maybe we can find some more Beastmen. Although, that's the funny thing. Beastmen loot is actually terrible. It is really, really bad in comparison to Empire Deserter loot. So if you want to make money, small tip, please do go for the Empire Deserters and ignore the Beastmen, because the only time that you're going to make a significant amount from Beastmen and their loot is if they have raided a caravan. And if they've raided a caravan, then you're going to maybe have the opportunity to loot something like Velvet or some beer, ale, whatever. And maybe you'll get some pretty nice cash from that. Aha! Hello! Hello there. Okay, let's do this. Actually, you know what? I don't want to fight these guys just yet. I really hate fighting at nighttime. It's always really dark. I don't particularly enjoy that. How's my medicine skill doing? Okay, I have 2 points in this. Why isn't it level up? Why doesn't it level up faster? I have no idea. It's one of those, you know, it's one of those skills that actually requires you to do some auto resolves and things, and I have just been, I mean, not so much slacking on that, but I haven't really been doing a huge amount of that. Okay, so we're just going to put this guy probably over here. He's on a horse, so might as well let him do that. Is this a thrusting? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go for it then. Actually, wait a minute. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell them to hold position for now. Let's see what we can do here. I am probably going to... Am I going to die? I'm a little bit worried, actually. A little bit worried. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, in the middle. Nice. Oh, now... See, now, look at the amount of damage we're doing now. Instead of doing about 40, we're doing almost an average of 60 to 65. Which is absolutely fantastic. And we can do that damage every single time we use a magic bolt. Well, that went a little bit wrong, didn't it? Okay, that was funny. Alright. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. All we're going to do now is just going to send our troops in. I think I've done enough, shall we say, softening up of the opponent. And funnily enough, this weapon does no damage. Just so you know. This does very, very little damage. The only way that I really could see myself using this weapon as an actual weapon is if I don't know, gain some kind of additional magical damage, I guess. Because as you can see, we were doing like 25 damage with it. Even with a full charge, right? Full speed charge, we were getting very, very little damage out from it, which is kind of sad, actually. Kind of sad. But there you go. We did manage to achieve victory. 5 renown. Oh, it's so terrible. It's actually really, really terrible. Okay, you know what? Let's get down to business, shall we? Let's get down to business. Let's try to level up my medicine skill because I've had enough. I've had enough of it. We are going to try and make sure that we can get preventive medicine as soon as possible. That's generally the reason why I try, if I can, to get preventive medicine as fast as possible. Because if you can get that, you are going to be completely fine in the early game. Every single time you go into a battle, you're going to be ready for it. You know, you're going to be on your feet, ready to go in. As it is right now, I'm not ready. As you can see, look at that. I'm not ready. I mean, I could have obviously played very, very differently. I could have been, you know, been a little bit more cautious and everything, and that would have probably been fine, but yeah, I don't know. From my perspective, I don't really like doing that. I like to have fun. I like to go in and see if I can do some damage and stuff like that, and yeah, that's kind of the point. But there you go. We actually are achieving victory instantaneously when we go into the auto-resolve. That's kind of strange. And there we go. We did it. We are indeed now Clan Tier 1. It's going to take me another 100 renown to get to the next clan tier, which means that if you take a look at the amount of people that I'd need to fight, I'm going to need 10 of these, right? 10 of these parties to be able to get 50 renown. So I would need to fight 20 parties of beastmen at an average of 5 renown to be able to earn 100 renown in total, which is pretty annoying. That's pretty annoying, right? But it is obviously cut down a lot if we have a really, really strong army, and that's the reason why I was actually attempting to get some slightly stronger units so that we don't have to be as troubled with that. Now, I'm going to try to avoid getting myself killed this time. If I can, then this is going to obviously be a pretty simple fight for us, but these guys are actually going to be charging in straight away. I'm not sure if that's a good plan, to be honest, but I'm going to do it nevertheless, as I do think that the beastmen, they probably can't, you know, significantly handle what we've got for them here, because we do have some pretty high tier cavalry, or at the very least, it's much higher than the beastmen have. Oh, and that hit a tree. Wonderful. God, yeah, really love hitting trees, don't we? Yeah. That is not the kind of wood we like, is it? No, not at all. Thank you very much. Okay, let's actually do some damage here. Nice. Yes. That was some perfect damage right there. We also got some good, yeah, you know, good experience. Good experience as a result of that, too. And, funnily enough, I think I could probably... Do I just want to... You know what? I'm gonna try this. Oh, it really did. Ah, see, now that's... that was kind of sad, wasn't it? Yeah, that was kind of sad. I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna try a little bit of a snipe here. Didn't seem particularly unlikely that it was gonna hit. But, yeah, apparently it was. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's the kind of damage I like to see. Thank you very much. And these guys are all dead. And that is indeed a victory for us. Once again. And we've got another 6 renown. There you go. And, yeah, unfortunately I did not sell my prisoners, which is kind of sad. So I am going to have a little bit of an issue with that coming up. Let's just do this. Yeah, I'm running out of prestige, actually very, very easily now. So how do we get prestige? That's the question. What is a good way to get prestige? I'm going to assume that there is a way to do it. For example, the warrior priest, I think, had a way to do it. If we go to Nuln, I think there's a guy that you could speak to in the castle there. I think he provides you with prestige if you trade for it or something like that. Or was that something else? I'm actually not sure. I can't really remember right now. There's no one inside here. Let me see. There's a warrior priest, master engineer. No, I don't think these guys... I mean, we can go and speak to the master engineer, I suppose, but I don't think he really has anything for us. At least I don't think so. Okay, let's see here. I've come seeking access to the forges. What would you have me do? Okay, we have had some... okay, fine. Yeah, so basically that's just us trying to track down that stuff. I actually can't remember which town it is that has the specific quest that you need to do to have that. What is that thing where they do the trading thing? You know the trading thing that we did in a previous series where we were doing that with the warrior priest? I think we did that with the warrior priest that one time. I think it is Norn, right? It's Norn? I think it is. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure if someone is kind enough to let me know, then I will be very appreciative of that. Thank you very much. However, if you don't know, then that's obviously fine too. And that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.